So the first lick in this riff sounds like this. So we play the 7th fret of the A string twice, like that, and then we play this pull-off lick, which is pulling off from the 7th fret to the 5th fret of the A string and landing on the 7th fret of the E string. So altogether that would be. Then we move that shape down 2 frets and we play the exact same thing again. And then we move that shape down 2 frets again. So we're between the 1st and 3rd fret now, and play the exact same thing again. So like this. And then to resolve that lick, we come back up to the 5th fret and we play the A string, the D string, and the A string again, like that, and then finish on the 7th fret of the A string, like that. So all together it's. So we've cycled through that riff 4 times, and on the 4th time we play, and then instead of coming back up to the 7th fret of the A string like you normally would, we're going to slide up to the 9th fret of the G string. And now this is where we start the famous verse riff. And to play that lick, we play the 9th fret of the G string, then the 8th fret of the B string, and now we're going to hammer on between the 7th and 8th frets of the B string twice, like that. So there's a hammer on, a pull off, and a hammer on. So altogether we have. Then we're going to play the 7th fret of the E string and the 8th fret of the B string and do our hammer on pull off lick again. So altogether we have. And then when we get to this part, we play the 8th fret of the B string again, and then the 9th fret of the G string twice, like that. So altogether it's. And the last 4 notes to resolve this riff are 7th fret of the G string, 8th fret of the B string, 7th fret of the G string again, and then back to the 9th fret of the G string, which is also the first note of the next repetition of the riff. So all together slowly the riff is. And that's the whole verse riff. Obviously it sounds like there are more changes than that, but it's actually because there's a lot going on in the background. The bass line changes its note, there's a power chord riff that changes its note, and also there's a guitar harmony. But for the main verse riff on that, the guitar lick I'm showing you, it's just that lick repeated over and over again. So in order to get the guitar tone for this one, you're basically just going to want to use the natural distortion of your amp. If you've got a Marshall, that would be perfect, but whatever your amp's natural distortion is, just use that. It's quite trebly, this one, so use your bridge pickup on your guitar, and also turn your treble up in your amp, maybe to about 7 or 8. You probably want to have your mids turned slightly up too, maybe about 7-ish as well, and keep them bass at about 5. Well, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you next time.